I think it happens at every sort of major city where there's like multiple unis. But in York, just for a bit of context, there's like this sort of friendly rivalry with a university called York St John, and
Yes.
for whatever reason, they are seen as like they are just straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They're seen as like sort of being idiots.
Yeah. There's always that though, I think, in every city, because that's the
you know
same
what
with
I mean.
Uni of Leeds and
Like,
Leeds Beckett, isn't it?
It is a stereotype though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of
Because
course. Yeah.
I've met tons of people who are fantastic, but like I've
Yeah.
heard stories of like meeting people from other unis whilst out on night outs, and they're just mental.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah. And if people have had a drink as well, it's just escalated. It's like the next level. It's
Yeah.
like they're only at a different uni. It's not that deep.
I know, there's like a proper like tradition that you can slag them off and it's
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of like superiority complex with the fact that Uni of York's Russell
yeah.
group and like
Yeah.
St John
Same
is
with
like
the Uni of Leeds.
yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask like is there a situation where perhaps like Uni of Leeds is like standing themselves above everyone else, just like
Yeah. I think I had an interesting position because obviously I was looking at it from an outside point of view of going to neither, but being friends with people who went to both. So I would go on nights out with like Uni of Leeds, and we'd go to places that were specifically for that uni, like their nights out or their student union, and it would be a very different vibe to going on like a Beckett sports night, and it was just not the same at all. And I don't think there was a better or a worse, but I do think that Uni of has more of a like prestige, like old traditional university, and it's like, you know, not the same vibe as Beckett. But I don't know, it was interesting. It was definitely funny because we had a lot of conversations that would start out as a joke and one of them would be slagging the other one off, and then it would end up in an actual argument, and it's like, guys, it's fine, it's not that deep.
it's not that deep, guys. I'm not sure I've ever seen it get that intense in York.
It was quite funny. It was just because they were just lads and they're just being rowdy, but it was a laugh.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Do you think it's? I think personally, it's definitely part of that like uni experience, having a bit of light beef with the other unis in your city or town or whatever. Do you think it's fun, part of the experience? You know?
Yeah, I think so, and I think I didn't really realise it was going to be a thing until I lived there, and I think because I was living with both of them, it took me about a week to realise that this is like a real thing. Like everybody's bringing it up all the time, but I was very naive to it before I moved there. I just thought everyone. To be honest, I probably in my head just thought everyone went to the same uni because I'd never really thought about it. I just knew that I was going to the art uni and that was it. So it was quite funny.
Yeah, you get that like, benefit of the outsider's perspective being at the Leeds Art Uni. But did the Leeds Art Uni have much of a sort of dedicated night sort of life or sort of freshers or anything like that?
Not really. They had occasional things that they would. I mean, I don't know how well you know Leeds, but there's like a venue called Belgrave, and they would do quite a lot of things there because it was a bit more arty and a bit more edgy. But generally, they're just mixed with like Beckett's nights out because it was a lot more like friends with Beckett.
So you kind of like piggybacked on the other.
Oh yeah.
Which one's better?
Yeah.
Which one was the best one?
Oh, what, for a night out or just generally? That's hard.
However you want to take it. I'm going to see which friends you alienate here.
I think the best nights out were when I was with Beckett at their sports nights because they know how to have a laugh. But then I think Uni of do really good nights out as well. I don't know, it depends what day you go out.
Beckett strikes me as being that sort of like young hip uni, if you know what I mean, in the least cringy way possible. Like
No, I agree with you actually.
Whereas like Uni of Leeds is like just oozing with tradition. I mean, it's not like Oxford levels of bad, but
I think also Southerners, and I know that's a weird thing to say, but I think if you come from the south and you move to Leeds, you're more likely to be going to Uni of than you are to be going to Beckett, because Uni of is like a Russell group. So there was I met a lot of friends from like London and Surrey that went to Uni of, and that was not the case at Beckett. They were mainly all from Leeds.
This is the problem I have during the holidays. It's definitely a trend, isn't it? There's some sort of like unwritten memo that everyone's been given that if you're in the south, you must go to uni in the north, and if you're in the north, you must go to uni in the south.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be true.
Because then on the holidays, all of my mates just go back home to the south, and then I'm like,
yeah. No, I feel that most of my friends live like the Midlands and below, unless I went to school with them. And it's like, what are you doing? Why are you all so far away? But it is annoying.